Josh Smith with GottaBeMobile.com. We're showing you the Droid Zyborg 10.1 inch tablet, and this comes with a stylus. So you get a small stylus with a fine tip, and what's nice about this is it isn't that squishy tip that you get on the iPad or on third-party styluses for different devices. There's actually technology, there's a battery in here that makes all of this work. So you can use the stylus to navigate through the operating system if you prefer that type of input. But the real sell here is the floating notes and the Evernote integration. Again, this is an okay solution. I'll give you a walkthrough. I wouldn't count on this stylus and floating notes to be my primary note-taking solution, but I'll show you how it works. Anywhere you're at, you tap on that in your notification, tap on floating notes, and you get a new note. You can choose your brush, where you have size. I prefer the smaller brush, and you can choose your color. You also have eraser. You can enter text using the keyboard if you want, and we have a list over here of notes we've previously created. So one thing here to notice is if I try and write with my hand on touching the screen, it will still leave marks. So like there, because I touched first with my pinky, it didn't work out so well. If you can keep your hand off of the screen, you can take decent notes. One of the things that they advertise this for is for drawing. You know, I'm not much of a drawer, but I prefer to take notes on here. I've found that when I send this to Evernote, image recognition is about 50-50. So if I'm done with this, a little slippery here, I can go up to options and I can share. And this gives me an option to send it to a bunch of different places. In this case, I'm going to send it to Evernote, and it's going to create a new note. If I save that in Evernote, what's going to happen is when I go back and check this, the image recognition that's built into Evernote will search and be able to tell, and it will probably pick up on high in GBM here. If I pull up an app that I tested earlier, or a note I tested earlier, I was able to find this app. Rejection didn't get picked up. Rely was picked up. So it's about 50-50. Again, I wouldn't count on this as my only note-taking solution, but if you like to jot down notes and you're okay dealing with some of these different issues, then I recommend going into the store and actually testing it out, making sure that it fits your note-taking style. Head over to GottaBeMobile.com for our full Droid Zyborg review.